So, hello. I know that reading to our child is very important, both of us. Um, I know our child can hear us, so I thought since I was long distance, I could go ahead and start reading. And if you listen to it, the child can hear it too. So, this is my favorite book when I was a kid. It's called Nicobobinus. I can't remember a ton about it, just that I really liked it. Um, I'm going to put this on YouTube, and it's going to be public. So you can watch it from your computer, or if you want to use the Apple TV and search it on YouTube, you can watch it from there and really turn up the sound so you can make sure the little one can hear. So, all right. Figure I'd just go ahead and read a few pages a night. Nicobobinus, Chapter 1. How Nicobobinus Didn't Weed His Doorstep. This is the story of the most extraordinary child who ever stuck his tongue out at the Prime Minister. His name was Nicobobinus. He lived a long time ago in a city called Venice, and he could do anything. Of course, not everybody knew he could do anything. In fact, only his best friend, Rosie, knew he could, and nobody took any notice of anything Rosie said, because she was always having wild ideas anyway. One day, for example, Rosie said to Nicobobinus, "Let's pull up every single weed on your doorstep." "Let's not," said Nicobobinus, which is what Rosie thought he would say. "In that case," replied Rosie, "let's discover the land of dragons." "Don't be daft," said Nicobobinus. "How can we do that?" "Because you can do anything," said Rosie. So the next morning, just as it was getting light, Rosie threw little pebbles up at Nicobobinus's shutters. Nicobobinus was still half asleep when he looked out. "What's the matter, Rosie?" he asked. "Shh!" she whispered. "I've got buns and a lemonade." "What for?" asked Nicobobinus. "Supplies for the road," whispered Rosie. "Where are you going?" asked Nicobobinus. "We're going to find the land of dragons," whispered Rosie. "Don't you remember?" "Oh, I thought you might have forgotten about that," said Nicobobinus. "No fear," said Rosie. "It's one of the best ideas you've ever had." "Is it?" said Nicobobinus. "Yes," said Rosie. "What about the weeding?" said Nicobobinus. "Come on," said Rosie. So they set off through the early morning town. When they got to the end of the narrow street where they lived, they met a night watchman who said, "Where are you two going at this hour?" "We're going to look for the land of dragons," said Nicobobinus. "You can't do that at this time of the morning," said the night watchman. "Oh, yes, he can," said Rosie. "He can do anything." "Not during curfew," said the night watchman. But before he could grab them, Rosie and Nicobobinus were sprinting away as fast as they could. And they didn't stop running until they had crossed 3 bridges and tripped over a dog that was lying asleep under a garden wall. Rosie's bottle of lemonade smashed against the wall, and the dog leapt to its feet, barking as if it had thought Dog's doomsday had arrived. For a moment they weren't sure it was going to bite them. Oh, they were sure it was going to bite them. But then it noticed the 2 buns that rolled into the gutter, and it woofed them down, barked "Thank you," and ran off to tell its friends. "We're not going to get very far without supplies," said Rosie gloomily. "I wonder if I could pick a few of those," said Nicobobinus, gazing up at an apple tree on the other side of the garden wall. "Of course you can," said Rosie. "Stand on my shoulders." So Nicobobinus stood on Rosie's shoulders and climbed onto the wall. But the tree was further away than he thought, and as he reached out he lost his balance and fell with a crash down into the most magnificent garden he had ever been in. Picture. Not that the baby can see, but I got 2 babies watching this, so. Well, 2 of my babies. It kind of sound like an insult. It wasn't. Nicobobinus looked back at the high wall, but there was no way he could climb back. "What am I going to do?" he yelled. "You'll think of something," Rosie yelled back, crossing her fingers very hard. Oi! Said a voice behind Nicobobinus. Nicobobinus didn't stop to look who it was. He ran straight into a tree. Got you, said the voice, and Nicobobinus felt 5 hard fingers on his neck. Ow! Said Nicobobinus. I've been waiting for you, said the voice, and Nicobobinus felt 5 more hard fingers around his wrist. But Nicobobinus did his old trick. Instead of trying to run away, which is, I think, what I might have done, he doubled himself up and went backwards as fast as he could, so the man's legs were knocked from under him, and he tumbled head first over Nicobobinus and landed in a pile of leaves. Are you all right? Called Rose. But she didn't hear any reply, except for the man, who growled, Just you wait, both of you! Oh dear, said Rose. Sounds like trouble. And she was right. And that's chapter 1. Love you.